Live. Just found out that there's actually a Raiders Live going on right now, and I'm pretty sure 90% Raider Nation is going to be in that chat. I'm missing out on all that shit. It's always fun chilling in the chat room, man. A lot of people bickering back and forth. Sometimes it's a full-on conversation you go through. Two guys just arguing before the actual interviews start. But so I picked a horrible time, I guess. Is what it is. I'm gonna have to settle with it. Don't expect anybody to really pop up, and whoever does, thank y'all for showing up. Hit me up with a question. Appreciate it. So last actual Raiders interview that was going on, they actually interviewed Darren Waller. They interviewed Derek Carr. They interviewed a bunch of different people in OTAs. Companies going up. I like the statement from Derek Carr. He actually came out and put it on notice. A lot of the players, including himself, structured their deals in a way to where it will be, okay for them and the next man up to get their pay. So they actually structured it so they could get, Waller paid. They could get Hunter Renfrow paid. They could get, all these other players, and maybe even bring in a talent from outside the team. So I like that. I like knowing that our leader, the leader of this team, is actually taking the reins and making statements like that, saying, "Yo, we're gonna make room for guys. We're gonna make enough cap space so that we could actually sign these guys and keep them long term and keep the band together, keep the keep this thing rolling." That was good to hear, man. So kudos to Derek Carr for making that statement on that one. Well enjoyable. Blazing Balls, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? I'll be at the Chargers home opener. I might go to that one. It's actually, my plan is to go to 2 games, and both of them are going to be in LA. I was going to go to one in Vegas and one in LA, but my plan is actually to go to the Rams game for sure. And me and my brother are talking about going to the home opener, so we'll see. Hector, how you doing? I'll be at Chargers home opener. I'll be in my new throwback Alzado black jersey. Hector, man, yeah. Alzado, that is a throwback. That's taking it back. I like that image of him, like right when they actually won the Super Bowl, and he had his fist like this, just like, oh yes, I think I had a couple people post tattoos of that actual image on their arm and stuff like that. It's crazy. Alzado, man, that's old school. That's throwback. I remember that was fucking insane. I remember watching a video of him boxing Muhammad Ali. Alzado, that was wild. Watch that shit. If you haven't seen that, go watch that shit. It's the most wildest shit. He was really trying to fight Ali. He was like really trying to fight him, and he was throwing haymakers and shit and trying to knock him out. And it even showed a clip on the Football Life where Alzado, he landed a punch and Ali basically landed 3 on him in a matter of like a split second. Bam, 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 bam. That's when he kind of took a step back and he realized, yo, dude, I do this for a living. Don't just cool it down. We're doing it we're having a little fun here. That's some wild shit. But he was crazy, man. Some of the shit he would do. I think he was like one of the first people to pull off a helmet and try and hit somebody with it. So yeah. But Alzado black on black. That's some cool shit, dude. That's some cool shit. Man, this whole thing with OTAs, man. There's some news, but it's like a lot of the same. It's like a lot of things that I've actually gone through. Like, you keep hearing the same stuff, and I like it. It shows that you're up to date and that you know what's going on. Most Raider vloggers are all on the same page on that one. No hatred there, man. I think everybody knows. Like, if you say it from a different perspective, it's all love, man. It's all love. I like hearing multiple perspectives on the OTAs, but hearing it from the players themselves, understandable. They're gonna all sound the same, bro. They're gonna all sound the same. Sometimes it sounds like they're talking from a script. It's interesting, but whatever. Yeah, they made Hector. Yeah, they straight up made rules because of him. They made multiple rules because of him. That dude, he influenced the game more than you know. Lyle Alzado, not both in a good and bad way, but hey, you take what you can get, you know. Uh, I remember he there was a lot of people saying like he made his career with the Broncos, which he part of that Orange Crush defense. I mean, he actually did have a good standing with them, but his career, make no mistake about it, will always be remembered as a Raider. Dude won a Super Bowl with us, represented with us, and he was just a perfect match. He was a Raider, bro. He was a Raider. It's like you think of Lyle Alzado, man. You think of a Raider. So it's one of those players that, you know, divisional rival cross boundaries and shit like that. But I'm willing to accept his past discretions because in my eyes he'll always be a Raider. That's one thing about Lyle Alzado I love. So I don't know who's getting interviewed today. The OTA interviews. I honestly don't know. I think it's what is it? A couple coaches, some positional coaches and stuff like that. Honestly, guys, I like to go back and watch it like afterwards. When I'm watching it and I'm in that chat, I think Docs actually touched on this. It gets toxic as fuck in there, man. Some people get like so it could go either way. I'll give you that. Inside those chat rooms, inside the chat room when it comes to the Raider interviews and anything like that, when somebody's on the podium, there's some like people that are just posting shit just to get a reaction, you know. There's some people that actually want to have a full-on conversation, and you kind of gotta search it out and blindfold yourself to the other ones. That's one thing I hate about watching those live. I'll go back and listen to it actually after it's done. I don't like watching it live because live is just I'm trying to pay attention to that, but I'm reading some bullshit that somebody said, and I'm trying to not to react a certain way to it. You know, so that's just my personal opinion. I personally like to just listen to it, not really watch it when it comes to the interviews of the OTAs and shit like that. But just my opinion. He said in an interview the Broncos took everything from him because after Ali they cut him. Yeah. What? Superman Gizzy, how you doing, big dog? Nice to see you in the chat. Yeah. He had a bone to pick with them, man. But there was a lot of people he did not get along with on that roster too. There was a lot of things behind the scenes. I remember, if you watch a Football Life, it talks about him a lot. It's actually that was a good episode of Football Life, man. Lyle Alzado's episode, I thought that was a great episode of that. Probably makes my top 10. I still think number one is Al Davis, but that's the bias in me. That's the Raider in me. You know, I gotta go with the Al Davis Football Life. That was really good. But there's a couple other good ones in there, man. There's even ones with like, you know, I think that make my top 10 of a Football Life, the show, that are actually, you know, straight up not even Raiders. Like they're players that I listen to their story and I'm like really interested in it. You know, you get into it. You know, it's a good show, really good show. Let me see, is anybody else? Nah. Look, man, and as I said before, I wanted to jump on because I haven't, you know, been doing this as consistently as I planned. I haven't been doing lives as consistently as I planned, so I wanted to actually jump on with my input on some stuff and see if any of y'all had any questions for me or anything like that. Of course, I picked the worst possible fucking time to do it while the Raiders are doing an OTA interview. So yeah, I don't expect that many people to drop in, but it's nice to see the people that do. Anybody in the chat, please go ahead and ask me a question. I appreciate it. Get this thing going. Honest with you, I don't really know who the hell we're interviewing today. Again, I think I said this earlier. I don't know who we're interviewing today. I just read that the Raiders are going live in about 30 minutes or 40 minutes or something like that. So I already planned on doing this. I wanted to stick to it, so here I am. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, football show is the Dark Side of Football show is too. Yeah, the Dark Side of Football. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good show. From what I hear, I have not really checked out that many episodes. I think I watched maybe one, but I haven't watched that many episodes, man. That's on ESPN, right, or something like that. Um, there's um, there's certain shows that like I have on record and I always watch, but it's on Hulu. I'll check it out, man. I think I did watch one. I remember I was scrolling and I think I clicked on it and or no, I was watching something and it came on afterwards or something. And I actually sat there and watched it. It's pretty interesting. I forgot what about the fuck. It seemed kind of intriguing, kind of like 30 for 30 type thing, but told from a player's perspective and shit like that. Um, Seemed pretty good. Uh, Blazing Bullets, favorite NFL Sunday game day food. My favorite food on NFL Sunday. All right, tri-tip and this chicken. Okay, so I get tri-tip chicken and tortillas, right? And I have my mom make her homemade salsa. So my whole thing is, if I get tri-tip, I season it the night before and then I let it marinate and all that stuff, and then I throw it on the grill the day of. Get that shit going. The actual chicken I get is from one specific place. It's actually the liquor store in my neighborhood sells the best chicken in Ventura. I'm not even fucking playing. Every time I cook this shit, every motherfucker that's ever eaten this shit, they tell me it's the best chicken they've ever had. It's marinated, seasoned right there at the shop at the meat market. So it's just bomb. It's just fucking bomb. So I usually make like kind of like chop up the steak and make like steak tacos and stuff like that, or make chicken tacos. That's actually my favorite. Rice and beans and shit. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. I do go typical typical shit, chips, dip, all that too. But that's something my favorite. If you're talking favorite, that barbecue, steak, chicken, shit like that. Really good stuff, man. Nah, man. I think I'm trying to remember what episode I watched, because I remember I was intrigued by it. I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't even think I finished the whole freaking episode either. I didn't probably do. Favorite player currently, right now, as of right now, I gotta go with, honestly, after last season and all the bullshit we went through, I gotta go with Hunter Renfrow, man. I really like Hunter Renfrow. I'm hoping we re-sign him, man. It's so bad. I'm like, I love Davante Adams and he's signed, but currently I haven't seen him. I haven't seen Davante Adams play for the Raiders. I've seen him play plenty of times for the Packers. So currently, if I got to go off of last year, the way Hunter Renfrow stepped up, he is probably my favorite player right now. Max Crosby defensively, definitely my favorite player. He's actually the next player I'm gonna get a jersey for. So yeah, that's my next jersey is a Max Crosby jersey. I already plan on getting it. But Hunter Renfrow on the team offensively, Hunter Renfrow defensively, Max Crosby, two favorite players on the team right now. Derek Carr is up there too. He's always been up there, but back when he got drafted, he wasn't like my favorite player, and then the next year he actually became my favorite player, and then like you people come and go. Charles Woodson was whew, the first 2 years Derek Carr was there, so he was always my favorite player on the team. So it kind of, but I think there was a point in time where he was my favorite player. So it's fluid. It's fluid, like Stephanie A. Smith says. It's fluid. Are Raiders gonna take it to another level, or are they paper champs? No one is talking about the injuries the Raiders always have every year. So how are they going to overcome that? Depth. And I'm telling you right now, the way we overcome the injury bug that we get every single year is the way that this coaching staff is going about building this team. You look at the different positions that we have added depth to. Yeah, we faltered a little bit. Josh Jacobs got hurt. Okay, well, look at the freaking running back room now. Look at how many fucking players they have brought in to that running back room. That shit is fucking packed. Okay, when it comes to the tight end room, they just brought in another tight end, man. They just brought that's like the third tight end they brought in. So there's that. The linemen, we drafted two solid linemen, and we're still looking. You look at all the positions that actually kind of faltered last year and kind of got injured, and threw us off the lane for a little bit. We have replenished that, and not only that, we're bringing in talent from the undrafted free agent area. We're taking a look there too, but we have kind of padded down our roster to the point where if we do get an injury bug somewhere in the midseason, we'll be able to still drive the ship, still be able to steer the ship in the right direction. And that's the one thing. I love that question, man. Thanks for asking it. That's one thing that I honestly believe cold-heartedly, man. I truly believe that this coaching staff has added people on this roster to help us when we get injuries and when we get people that get hurt. This next man mentality is going to take it to a whole nother level for us. I think that we will be able to overcome that. And it just, every move that we've made in the off season seems like we are basically planning on overcoming that kind of obstacle. Again, thank you for that question. Really appreciate that question. Liked it. Hector, my son loves Max Crosby since Mac left. Yeah, I honestly, man, did when Mac left, that hurt me so much. That was one of the biggest punches in the gut as a Raider fan that I think I have ever gone through. That because that was one of the best players, and if you watch my reaction, you can tell how much that affected me. I must have dropped 60 F-bombs in that video. It was pretty bad. I'm not even gonna lie. It was really bad. It was. I reacted very emotionally. But Max Crosby, I remember when he came out, I was very excited about him because just the effort that I seen from him in Hard Knocks, it gave me hope. It gave me a lot of hope. I remember when he broke his hand in preseason. The way this guy said, "Take me up, I'm going back out there." You can hear it in his voice. Dude, I was like, okay, I love this guy. I love this guy. And since that moment, I think he's been one of my top players, man. And I remember when I realized how good he is and how good he can be was, I want to say, during that Bengals game. He was, getting a sack here and there, and he was putting a lot of pressure. And you've seen that he was actually showing up on the stat sheet. Very good player. But when he started just wrecking that quarterback every single snap, consistently getting after it, and never let up, never took his foot off the gas, I knew, oh man, this guy's gonna be great. This guy's gonna be good. And man, he's not only lived up to my expectation, he's surpassed it in so many areas. He is one hell of a fucking player. I really love Max Crosby. To be honest with you, I said Hunter Renfrow only because of what he did last year and what he did for this team last year, the way he stepped up when we lost Ruggs, when we lost fucking Waller for a few weeks, and the way he stepped up. I say he's my favorite player on the roster right now. Only because, like I said, Devontae Adams, I haven't seen him in a Raider jersey yet, played for us yet. But I gotta say, Max Crosby, neck and neck. That dude has been so consistent for us. Let's see what else we got. I knew people that had Mac tattooed on. Ow. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah. Don't get a tattoo of a player unless they a legend and they retired. Okay. Man, I remember my boy Black and Silver Way. That dude, he's the prototypical person you got to follow when it comes to getting a player tattooed on you, because he waits until they become a legend and then he gets them tattooed. I think he got like 2 different tattoos for players. I think Charles Woodson he got, and he also got Tim Brown on his leg or something. And yo, that you if you want to tattoo a player, this is my personal opinion. You do what y'all do y'all, all right? My personal opinion. They gotta earn that, man. They gotta earn that, real legacy type shit. Um, Now, don't get me wrong. There are certain players that you can, like, I guess, get tattooed, and it might be controversial. Like Derek Carr, I've seen people get Derek Carr tattooed on them, and I'm not gonna even. I personally won't do it until after he retires. Uh, but I'm hoping, like, if he does retire, it's gonna be as a Raider. That's just my opinion. I hope he doesn't play for any other team, and I can respect that. However, let's say you get Derek Carr tattooed on you, just hypothetically speaking. He 4 years from now, or 2 years from now, let's say Russell Wilson retires or some shit, and the Broncos pick him up on the free agency market, or is it 3 years from now? I think 3 years from now. And the Broncos pick him up on the free agency market. He takes him to the Super Bowl and he wins, and he never did it with us. Just hypothetically speaking, that Raider tattoo of Derek Carr is probably gonna hurt a lot more. So personally, I would wait until a player retired to get a tattoo of them. That's just my personal opinion. But I love that, man. All right. You think the Chiefs will fall off? Yes, I do. I believe that they're going to take a step back. There's too many good teams in this division for them not to take a slight step back. Okay, it's going to be a lot more competitive. There's the best fucking wide receiver on their squad is now on another squad, so the likelihood of them not taking a step back is very low. Just my opinion, though. Hi, Raiders Football American. I can say rugby a long time ago, but all right, so you play rugby. That's cool. I actually watched a few rugby games, only because I was kind of intrigued by it. It's very. I'm gonna be real with you guys. That shit's way more physical than football. Some of the shit I see those guys do, it's no pads, dude. No pads. And they're straight up like hitting each other hard. However, the size of the people in the NFL, if they were to play rugby, they would destroy pretty much the average rugby player, in my opinion. If they were to actually switch to that type of sport, because the size of a player in the NFL is just ridiculous, and the athleticism of players in the NFL, just a whole nother level. But I got respect for the rugby sport. That's actually very intriguing sport. I see people play that, and it's rough. It is rough. I see the way they hit, the way they, they're basically like, it's a real group team sport. Very intriguing. But the way they cut too, dude. Some of the runs they make, it's a good freaking thing to watch sometimes. It's kind of entertaining. What up, Raider John? I'm with you. On the Colin Kaepernick saga, I say if he can still play, sign him. But I don't think Raiders want media circus. They probably won't. Makes no sense. Our backups suck. Yeah, man. I made a statement on Colin Kaepernick. Personally speaking, this is just my opinion. I don't think that we need to sign him. I don't think that we will sign him. However, I support the Raiders in giving him an opportunity. And if he impresses, I will accept him with open arms. I'm at that level where I honestly think that if you don't want him on this team, it's like you're kind of being biased, man. And that's just my opinion. If he earned if he's been out for 5 years and he earns a spot on this team, he had to impress. Okay, he had to impress. He's not on this team. He didn't earn a spot, so that's hypothetically speaking, of course. But just my opinion. I would welcome him on this squad if we were to go that route, though. Don't think we are. Wolf Atlas, you are the wrong chat, bro. True on Renfro. Derek Carr has no excuse even if he loses one of his weapons to injury, like Renfro or Waller. He's been in the league 9 years. No defense with young players should be able to outsmart him. Now or never. Agreed. Look, man. See, the thing is, like, I support Derek Carr. He has my support, my full support as a Raiders starter, and I really love Derek Carr as a person. I think he's an amazing human being. However, there are things that he tends to do every now and then that piss me off, and I will call him on it. I've always been that type of fan that I don't sugarcoat shit. If I don't like something, I'm gonna fucking say it. Derek Carr, though, he really doesn't have any excuses here. I totally agree. He really has zero fucking excuses this year. This is the best team he has ever had. One of the best play callers he has ever played with. And he got his guy. He got his go-to wide receiver one. He has never had that. And so we'll see where that goes. Defensively, that still got to work itself out. But I'll tell you right now, there are certain areas you got to take into account too. Like, say Derek Carr doesn't get it done, ends up taking a back step. I honestly don't know what's gonna happen, guys. I don't know what's gonna happen. But at the same time, let's say he does get it done. He actually throws for like 5,000 yards or some shit, over 30 touchdowns. Just balls the fuck out. Here's the question: but we still have a losing season. What then? Do we blame Derek Carr or do we blame other things? Like, if you know that, your car is working, but you got a flat tire, you gotta just replace the engine. You get what I mean? It's like, nah, dude, you're gonna fix your fucking tire. So we will see what happens. But Derek Carr, yeah, I have faith this season, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing if he could actually step it up like I believe he can. But no excuses. Like you said, no excuses. No excuses. All right. See, I see all these NFL rankings on top 10. I never seen the Raiders on there. Yeah, man, we always gonna be overlooked. We're always gonna be underestimated. We're the underdogs. It's all good. I love that shit. I love that shit. Come on. I love when they count me out. I love it. It's just gonna be that much more satisfying when all those lists go to shit when the season starts. See what happens, man. No faith. Cool. Queen Raider Red. What's up? Man, Queen Raider Red, one of the realest on IG. Y'all don't know her. Y'all should know her. Go follow her, man. Besides the O-line not being the best, there really is no excuse. Even the O-line, though, you can make an argument that the O-line is, should be improved. You can make that argument, guys. You got to also take into account, yeah, we had one of the worst draft picks of last year. And that's statistically speaking, both Pro Football Focus and other statistical, analysis have proven that, he wasn't that good. He was not that good. He was like bottom of the shelf. Really not that good. But you do look at other careers. There has been times where players just weren't good their first year out. They needed time to adjust, and the moment they did better. So we don't know exactly what we're going to get out of him this year. Maybe he does do a lot better. Other things that we have added to this team is basically, like I said earlier, you have more of a padded roster. You have more people that could step up when other people go down. So the likelihood of us having as many bump in the roads when it came to this O-line is less likely. And especially with the way our center played at the beginning of the year. You got to remember that, guys. Our center was complete ass at the beginning of the year. But did we complain about him towards the end? Nah, he stepped the fuck up. So now with the year in, he has that experience. He knows what to expect. He knows how to actually play up to the expectation that, is presented to him. Now we have a better opportunity for us to, mend together on that line. Now, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what that line could do. And there's other things that have been pointed out to me by other Raider fans, other content creators, that I believe this line is being underestimated, man. So at the end of the season, man, we weren't playing that bad. They were playing good enough to get us into the playoffs. And as one of the many fans that said we're not a playoff team, I was one. I'm not going to even front on that. I'm a man enough to admit that. This line stepped the fuck up and proved me wrong, as well as other positions on this squad. So we'll see what happens, man. I will say one thing. There are areas that we do need to add, and we're not done. Okay, we have $20 million in cap space now. We can make moves if necessary. So we'll see what happens. Besides the O-line being not to be the best, I really no excuse. Yeah, I read that one. Cash Lord Raider, what's good, man? How you doing? Edgar V, how you doing, big dog? Let's pick up Phylon. I really would be happy if we did. I think that's a good, solid pickup if we do, because he's proven what he could do. He's proven what he could do. I really like Phylon, man. And yo, if we don't, I understand we're not going that route. Personally speaking, if I had to choose between Sue or Phylon, I'm just being honest here, guys. I would go Sue, and it's not nothing against Phylon. I think they're actually neck and neck on when it comes to, effectiveness. I think they're both neck and neck. Phylon and Sue, they're neck and neck when it comes to production and when it comes to effectiveness of affecting the quarterback and all that. However, the reason I would pick Sue is because of experience and veteran leadership. Okay, he just has that elite experience. He knows how to play for a championship team. He knows how to play for a shitty team also. He knows areas that need to be, addressed when someone needs to step up, because he's been on shitty teams, and he knows when, how to up the ante when it comes to the championship teams. I personally speaking, I would just take him because of the experience. That's it. But Phylon, I really would be happy if we were to re-sign Phylon. Tragedy. The Raiders are leaving the right tackle vulnerable. So why are they waiting for something maybe not to work? What? Then what? And they need a great cornerback. They don't. Yeah. See, the cornerback room, we don't have an elite cornerback, and I will openly admit that we do not have an elite corner. What we do have is solid corners throughout. It's a solid room. We have very good talent and very good potential, but it's not like that's all they have is potential. No, they've been proven to be good, and they still have the potential to get better. So the cornerback room, I will give them a pass. However, like you said, the right tackle, it is slightly vulnerable, but at the same time, it's experience that feeds into excelling in this league. So if you give them 1 year of experience of all the bullshit we went through last year, and they were still able to actually hold this team together and get us into the playoffs and get us, moving towards the end of the season, imagine if we could keep that ball rolling. We kept most of the squad together, so now we can keep that ball rolling and excel into a better situation this season. I'm glass half full on that one, man. Hopefully I don't continue in regular season. Hopefully it don't continue regular season. Yeah. You see picture profile, it's bold, makes anyone do a challenge. Of course, then we go. Yeah, man. honest man, I don't know what you're talking about. Wolf Atlantis, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. The way you phrase that right there, I'd probably have to do some research on it, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Sue also grew up a Raider fan, and that's cool. I don't really go off of that though. It's like it's cool that you used to be a Raider fan. But in my opinion, it really plays no part in that. I was part of the D-Jacks to Oakland movement back in the day, back when he was actually, fucking fresh off the Eagles and, searching around for his next team. Um, and everybody thought he was coming to us because he used to be a Raider fan. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of rode that wave. So I got disappointed so bad that ruined it for me. I will never look at that again. I don't care if you used to be a fan of this team. It's a business. It's not. Some players, maybe that plays in, but in my opinion, it's mostly a business and it's a business decision. So if he wants to play for us, cool. If he doesn't, hopefully you root for us when you're on the couch or some shit. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm gonna root for whoever's on the squad. But that's cool. That's cool. Maybe he does want to end his career with the team he used to root for. So that's cool. Tragedy turned triumph. Imagine Sue and Philo. Oh man, that's spoiling us. That's just spoiling us. Shit, man. That would be nice. I mean, that would be. I would not want to face that defense, bro. I would not want to face that. But you got Crosby, you got Chandler Jones, and you got those two beasts rotating in and out, keeping each other fresh. I would not want to face that defense, bro. I know people tend to have a hard time pronouncing my name. It's Garb. Oh, Garb. Just in case. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. The whole reason I haven't really shouted you out, and thanks for all the questions, all the commenting. Appreciate it, man. I have not been able to pronounce that. I knew right when I read it, dude. I was like, yo, I don't want to butcher this dude's name. So like, I knew right away. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna read your comment and then respond. So my bad, man. Garib. All right. Hopefully I said that right. Sorry, man. If I honestly just did not want to butcher your name, bro. Sue never cared about the Raiders. Stop it. Yeah, man. He honestly, it's another thing you got to take into account, guys. Yeah, a lot of people you would think they're Raider fans, but maybe they weren't really Raider fans. Maybe they were just fans of the gear. You got to remember, this is the freshest shit, man. This shit is clean. A lot of people that weren't Raider fans, they just wear it because they like the way it looks. So you got to take that into account too, guys. And there are a lot of people out there that'll wear sports gear that aren't really fans of the sport. You go overseas, a lot of people don't even know that the Raiders were a football team, but they recognize the emblem. So you do got to take that into account. That does play a part. So just keep that in mind, guys. What time is it right now? Oh shit, I gotta go. All right, guys. Thank y'all for stopping by, and I appreciate it, guys. I really enjoyed this one. I had fun talking with y'all, but I gotta head back to work. So hopefully I could jump on later, maybe. I don't know. But I appreciate all of y'all that jumped into the comment section, asking me questions, keeping me, interchanging with y'all when it comes to talking all this Raider football and stuff. Appreciate it. I love y'all. Y'all know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Go Raiders.